Hello, welcome to Clutch My Pearls, the podcast where I, Emily, learn all about the little smut that my friends are reading. I almost called you guys little smut sluts. Little smut sluts are reading.
Isn't that our group chat name on Instagram?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. I don't go on Instagram.
As always.
That's why I send them to you
usual.
on text messages.
Yep.
I'm joined with Vanessa and Barbara.
Hi.
This is how today's going to go.
She asked us to be unhinged, so we're going to
I
start
did.
in.
I requested it. I said,
Yeah.
Can you please?
Yeah, just show up today. That's what you wanted from us.
Can
to
you
do.
guys give me something to work with?
So we're going right to interrupting introductions.
Yay.
Hey, welcome. As always, we have our Patreon at patreon.com/clutchmypearls if you want to support us directly. And if you want to receive this episode a day early, you can join at our book boyfriend level, as well as get an extra episode each month. Now that the housekeeping's done.
Now that the housekeeping's done, let's back up and talk about our Patreon levels.
Oh, yeah.
Our pleasure doms.
Oh my God, yes. Oh my God. Big announcement. We have a pleasure dom.
So do we know who it is for real?
Is there confirmation? Oh,
Confirmed.
You know what? We thought it couldn't get any better.
The one and only, but not the last. The first.
The first pleasure
Pleasure
dom.
dom.
Hi, Diane.
Hi, Diane.
Diane. Hi.
Wait,
we got
what
so
were the-
excited.
What were the initials?
I honestly don't think that she would want me to say.
Yeah.
Okay, but
She was low-key hoping that we wouldn't notice that it was her, so I honestly don't even know if she's going to appreciate that we're shouting her out. But oh well,
But you know
thanks.
what? We're shouting it out in a way of appreciation. And
Very much so.
I died.
you know,
She's
it
so
was
cute.
the way that I lit up whenever, like, that's what's with our Patreon is because we are such a small little group that I see everybody's name that comes through and I'm like, oh my God, Kayla joined at a $10 tier. Like Alana, thank you for $5. That was so great. So we really do get excited and notice every little tick in our little group.
I'm having a lot of fun with the comments on it because it turns out that even if you're a free subscriber that just follows our Patreon, you can comment on like the videos
cool.
and stuff like that.
Good.
Yeah, although I could be totally wrong. I could be lying, but I'm pretty sure you
I'm
can.
I'm a free member. I'll try to comment.
Yeah.
Let's test it out. Yep.
But if not, even just at the $5,
Mhm.
because at $5 tier, we give it to you ad free. And then you can definitely comment through that
Oh, yeah.
on the day it comes out. But it's been a really fun place to interact and get a lot of our stuff. But you can also leave reviews online as well, lure in others. And
Yes.
Comment anywhere because we read them all.
Yes. And you can also send us email at clutchmypearlspod@gmail.com. We read those too and we get
Yay.
excited.
The other day I texted you guys and I asked, hey, do we have a Spotify for the podcast? I mean, like, I know we do, but okay, here's my question. When I write a comment on Spotify, first of all, I didn't know you could do that. Where does it go? And you were like, girl, we get emails. I'm like, of course. Of course, yes.
Of course, why not?
So I was going through all those the other day.
Oh, we did get an email suggesting male main characters.
That's what we just did, right?
yeah.
No,
but
I
it
know,
was-
but I was like, it was some other book.
Oh, it was
Yeah.
that we were witches.
Yeah, and I was like, oh my God, you might be a witch. Stay tuned for next week. And we had obviously already recorded for the fans.
We've
but-
been getting that a lot.
A
That's
lot.
That's happened like a few different times.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like we're all connected. That we'll be like everyone will be
Riding
like,
the
oh, you guys,
cosmos.
we're riding the cosmos together, not a cell phone in sight. That
It's the 80s.
It's the
We're
80s.
always in.
We're in. We're locked in. That we'll always get suggestions for something that we're like, tune in next week. Got you. You know.
Literally, so that means we recorded it 2 weeks prior usually. It's just crazy. And there's already something else that
They
I'll have to
see.
tell you about next time we record.
Yeah.
There's also sort of it happened today, but like not. We can't really talk about where
Oh,
or when or why,
yeah.
but we'll tell you about that later. But somebody brought up like, hey, do you have this? And I was like, sort of. So I
Yeah.
guess that leads me into guess what my book is.
Ooh, I think it's gonna be maybe a little fantasy today.
But
Because
that's any
Barbara's
guesses?
presenting.
I know you did say something about a book that you wanted to do that started out as a fanfic.
Oh right.
Yeah. Yep.
Is it Draco and Hermione? You're not allowed to talk about that.
No.
Not allowed to.
No.
I talk about it
forbidden.
all the time, even though.
What if we did? Could we cover? No, I think it's even worse to cover fanfic behind in our Patreon.
If we're getting paid and they're not getting paid, and then that's when the copyright laws get involved. And J.K. Rowling loves a lot of things that she shouldn't, but she
That's
also loves
right.
suing.
All right,
and
what
it's
book
just
is
like
it?
everybody
Right.
gets all riled up. Anyway,
Litigious person.
it started as Star Wars fanfic.
Oh,
That's right. That's right.
Because that's what the person requested. They were like, Star Wars fanfic, anything like that?
Oh,
And
is
I'm
that
like,
what this was?
mm-hmm.
Oh,
Mhm.
oh,
Mm.
so-
It's called
The chemistry?
The Love Hypothesis.
Yes.
Oh, this is that really popular one.
Yes.
Ali Hazelwood, who wrote Bride, your favorite book.
Dog dicks.
Yeah, your dog dick obsession.
This is the book that I see
everywhere.
Fucking everywhere. It's the one that I brought with me. It's my backup emergency. What if my phone and my iPad are both lost and dead, and I am on a plane trapped about to die? Planes. And I don't have a physical book with me.
Yes.
So I just throw it in my bag whenever I travel.
Okay.
Yes.
How many times have you read it?
A reasonable amount.
Oh, you're not going to tell us?
A few times. I honestly don't know.
But this book, is it more plot than porn?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I figured.
This is like a beach read, like there is a sex scene.
Okay.
A singular sex scene.
Is it like, this isn't the same author that did the one with the wrist, right?
No.
Okay.
No, but I noticed a few similarities with the Hating Game with the wrist.
Hating Game.
What was the one where the guy was giving causal analysis presentations in the leggings?
Light Farms?
Yeah, she has socks on during the sex scene. I'll just jump ahead and tell you.
Oh, the comfy pants.
Yep. Yeah, but that happens in this book. But they're knee-high socks, so I don't know if that helps.
That's kind of...
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, that's like...
Schoolgirl.
Yeah.
Like sexy.
Makes me think also where I'm like, she needed some circulation.
Like compression socks?
Like on airplanes where Barbara could die if she doesn't have this book.
Yes. Dump out those calves.
Dump them out. Strap them up. Okay,
yeah, so it's so like just a rom-com that has a sex scene. It's not, like, I don't know, it's smutty enough. I don't know, I love this book. I'll talk about it.
Yeah, this is like your favorite. Would you say this is your favorite book?
I would not commit to having a singular favorite because I don't know how to do
Top
that.
5?
Yeah. I have so much Libra in my chart. I don't know how to decide things. But
it's a comfort read.
But yeah, absolutely. Yes, it's my favorite book.
It's like you're like the way that people rewatch The Office, you reread this book.
It's my comfort. I love it. Actually, what made me want to pick it was we did Concord and Clippy.
Hell yeah.
Everyone was so brave.
I loved it.
So many people reached out and they were like, I want more of this smut. This is what I want.
Yes, me too. Same. I want all of it. I like that when I watched the CBS This Morning News, there was a thing talking about Clippy. And I was just like, I can't.
Didn't they like get rid of him or something? What was that article that you sent?
I didn't read it, but it was something about somebody actually tweeted at us and they were like, oh, look at this. There was like a protest or something about Microsoft fired or closed down something. I don't really know.
The Clippy division?
Yes, the Clippy division is no more. But Clippy was leading the like...
He was bouncing along.
Oh, got you.
And doing some other things. Yeah, so...
Wow, okay.
Yeah. But what was I saying?
Love Hypothesis.
Yeah.
Ali Hazelwood. Where is this in her books? First, second, third?
This is her first book.
Her first book. Wow.
This was a full-fledged fanfic.
Okay, so how did you read the fanfic?
I did not.
Okay.
I the only fanfic I had read prior to this was Manacled.
Is that your Hermione?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway,
so this is, who in Star Wars is this based off of? Because I assume it's not Star Wars. It's just like the loose.
Very loose.
Character.
Because you just take the characters and throw them in different settings.
Okay. Is this Leia and Chewbacca?
No. What is with you and dogs and dog-ish?
I'm sorry. I'm not Ali Hazelwood. I'm Emily Hornberg. I write
Digital
Clippy.
dog dick, Emily Hornberg.
Emily Delaney.
Me and Leonard are riding away to the woods of Silicon Valley.
God. I don't know her name. I'm sorry. Kylo Ren?
Mm-hmm.
That was
the recent movie.
Mm-hmm.
It's Adam Driver and Daisy Ridley.
Oh.
I love Adam Driver.
Yeah, you do. And this character is named Adam, and he, like, the cover drawing of him, his description, he's taciturn, he's tall, he's
So we'll just picture Adam Driver.
Yes.
We can do that. He's
love
got big old hands holding that.
Yeah, he does.
I love that video.
Which is another plot point in the book.
Yeah.
Wait, what is this? Tell me everything.
There was a video on TikTok or Instagram or something, and it's a still from him and girls, and he's holding one of those Mexican sodas. What is it?
I'm not gonna say it right, but it's like Doritos.
Yeah, it's
Doritos.
No, it's like a Topo Chico bottle.
Yeah, and it's orange. But so they took that bottle,
measured it.
I
love
to figure out how big his hand was, and it is huge.
Girl science.
I am responding normally to this information.
Your feet are kicking.
Your little feet are kicking.
They are. Toe taps.
So yeah.
And then I know nothing about Kylo Ren, personality wise. Is he dark? Is he evil? Is he
Kylo
mean?
Ren's a girl, right?
Yeah, but like Adam Driver's character, and he's like Darth Vader. A young Darth Vader.
Is he? Fuck, I don't know. No, he's the son of Harrison Ford and Carrie Fisher. We're so sorry. It's
oh yeah,
live long and prosper.
Okay.
But he like turns evil.
Yeah.
This is like
Spoiler.
a stated fact that
we don't know
the only thing I know about Star Wars is from Family Guy.
Hell yeah.
So I know as much about Star Wars as I do romance books. So nothing.
I've seen the one that, I don't know, they're enemies.
Okay. Oh, I love enemies to
Exactly.
lovers.
Exactly. That has nothing to do with the book though.
But
it's just the characters and like their descriptions and sort of their dynamic, but really not.
Are they scientists from the
Yes.
cover? Because I've seen the cover everywhere at Target.
Yes.
What? Okay, tell me. Let's synopsis it.
Let's
Pages,
synopsis
all
it?
that. Let's get into it.
You looking up stuff for us?
I couldn't remember if Kylo Ren was Adam Driver.
Right. Okay.
I
yes.
thought that was the girl's name for some reason.
I don't know
I'm
because
twisted.
her
like
name's
how
Daisy Ridley.
correct.
That's her
like,
real name though. I mean in the movie.
when it's Hermione, you know, their couple name is Raylo. Ray?
Yeah. What's her name?
Ray?
Kylo Ren.
Oh yeah.
Ray.
Yeah, girl.
I
that
apologize
to
to
the movie
everybody.
list.
Everybody that we know
Oh.
that listens is like screaming at their thing, and I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah, educate us. Comment.
Yeah,
Let us
tell
know that
me.
we're dumb.
I just need to watch the movies again. It's been a minute.
But be sweet about it.
I'm good. You can educate me. Or be mean and I'll reply.
Okay, so we don't even like. You don't have to know that stuff to go into it. It's just like
Not
fun
even
fact.
remotely. It is.
Yeah.
It's basically
Because obviously you can read it without knowing any of this stuff because we don't.
because I did.
She didn't.
If you didn't know that it was
You
started
wouldn't
as
even
fanfic,
know.
you would never know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Didn't 50 Shades of Grey start out as Twilight fanfic?
Yeah.
Was it? I did
I
not
think
know.
so. I
Yeah.
think that's what she started out writing.
Those books, my God.
I never read them.
That author, her favorite word in the world is bemused. And she thinks it means
Bemused?
amused, but it's bemused is like, what? Like you're like confused and kind of shocked. She writes it like amused and she uses it every page and a half.
Weird.
Wow.
Anyway,
Anyways, back to the love hypothesis.
love hypothesis. 383 pages, released in 2021.
Okay.
Okay, this is the full synopsis.
Okay.
The instant New York Times bestseller and TikTok sensation,
Hey.
as seen on The View,
Oh.
Oh.
a BuzzFeed best summer read of 2021.
Oh, this is a recent book.
Mm-hmm.
2021?
Well, like post-pandemic.
Yeah.
I feel like you've
Yeah.
had the. Yeah. Okay.
When a fake relationship between scientists meets the irresistible force of attraction, it throws one woman's carefully calculated theories on love into chaos.
Oh.
As a third-year PhD candidate, Olive Smith,
Ooh. I love it.
you love the name?
My grandma's name.
Okay.
Olive.
Sure.
Yeah.
I think you and I are on the same page on this one, Vanessa.
I don't want to see my grandma bang anybody, but okay.
Oh, no,
yeah,
I don't think
true.
about that.
True. Listen, people with grandma names can do what they want, okay?
Yes.
I
They
don't-
can be sexual beings. Yes.
Weird that I'm rooting for it. Okay. Olive Smith doesn't believe in lasting romantic relationships, but her best friend does, and that's what got her into this situation. Convincing On that Olive is dating and well on her way to a happily ever after was always going to take more than hand-wavy Jedi mind tricks.
Oh, a nod to the.
We're sprinkling some things
So it's a
in.
fake relationship?
Fake dating.
Okay, we got fake dating, enemies to lovers.
It's a rom-com.
Who are we trying to convince again? Her best friend?
Her best friend.
Okay.
Why?
Yeah, why?
Well, I'll get there. Okay.
Okay.
It's for a TikTok contest, of course.
I did not hear what you said. I was reading.
Continue.
Okay, well,
You'll
I'll
hear
watch
it in
the episode
editing,
and go, that was good. Okay, scientists require proof. So like any self-respecting biologist, Olive panics and kisses the first man she sees.
Oh, she's so quirky.
Yep,
So, and someone she works with.
It's
Yes.
Kylo Ren.
Yeah, I know.
it's Adam Driver.
Yeah,
Okay,
I would too.
that man is none other than Adam Carlsen, a young hotshot professor.
Driver, Carlson, car.
Oh
and
my
drive.
god! You should write fanfic, Hummingbird.
Maybe I do.
Maybe she does. Digital dog dicks. Okay.
Ugh.
Okay.
Ooh, but it's about those like little not VR dogs. Remember those Tyco toys where it was like the little robot dog? Yeah, that's my robot dog.
You
dicks.
shouldn't do that. Okay.
We'll find out.
He's a young hotshot professor and well-known ass, which is why Olive is positively floored when Stanford's reigning lab tyrant agrees to keep her charade a secret and be her fake boyfriend. But when a big science conference goes haywire, putting Olive's career on the Bunsen burner... yeah.
I'm out.
I'm leaning out.
Okay, here's the thing.
Bunsen burner.
Here's the thing. I chose this book because we did Conquered by Clippy, and I realized I never finished what I was saying earlier about that. Conquered by Clippy is your no icks. This is my no icks.
Oh, you have to justify it.
I recognize what you were saying. I recognize all of the criticisms, and there are a lot. And I'm still so in.
Yeah, you're like, I would still reread it.
It's Adam Driver.
Okay, do they describe the girl? Or are we not done with the synopsis?
Let me finish. Okay.
Yes. Shut up.
I'm interrupting myself. Okay.
And then mad that we're interrupting you.
Big science conference goes haywire.
Bunsen burner.
Bunsen burner. Adam surprise.
And then we were out.
Bye.
And then we faded out. We turned down the burner. Yeah.
Adam surprises her again with his unyielding support and massive hands. And even more unyielding six-pack abs. I do hear it. Okay. I recognize. Okay, suddenly their little experiment feels dangerously close to combustion, and Olive discovers that the only thing more complicated than a hypothesis on love is putting her own heart under the microscope.
And there go her toes.
Her little feetsies. There's like, I feel like that's like you like kicking your feetsies, but then when you put your feet out and then push your toes together,
I'm embarrassed. Yeah, because my feet are going, oh, I'm going, I'm sorry.
It's basically the equivalent of this.
The little fingers going together.
Which, for the fans.
For the fans.
You won't get that unless you're watching the video. YouTube.
Oh, yeah. I forget people can't
it's
see
the
us.
like thing where you put like almost like little finger guns and you point them together, which is like the shy thing that when people do that for real.
I've never. This is literally the first time I've ever done it in my whole entire life.
Yep.
Yeah, but
right
like
now.
Which is why we are all friends.
Yeah. There's always a little ick. I go, ooh, okay, and I'm sure I do a million things that people feel that way about, but
you want me to list them?
yeah,
Yeah, we'll talk about
maybe
that
later.
after the show.
Maybe because
That's a Patreon thing.
Leo.
Yeah, we'll tell you everything we hate about ourselves. Okay, questions?
What does she look like?
Okay, she is. I don't have my notes.
Oh my God!
Like you have your little spiral.
Get him.
I can do this.
Are you sure?
I've read
this
it.
book 10,000
I've read it a few times on planes. Okay, she is 5'8".
You're just raw dogging it. I love this.
Let's do this.
Get your fucking notebook.
No. Okay,
No,
she's
this
5'8". Emily.
This is unmedicated ADHD
I
book
was
club
born
week.
for this.
Well, this is the lift you need for your episode if you wanted one.
Yeah, I told you guys before we started recording. This book isn't very zany, so please bring that energy in.
She's like, I'll just do it for you.
She's like, you know what? Sit down. I got this.
She is 5'8".
Oh, okay. She's tall.
She is slender. She's got like she doesn't have curves.
Okay.
She's probably built like a runner. Also, she's a runner.
Okay.
She has wavy brown hair, green eyes, and freckles.
Ooh.
Don't forget those freckles. Emily will call you out on it.
Yep.
Kaya Gerber. Cindy Crawford's daughter.
Ah. Okay.
Beautiful.
Okay. That
or
works.
just a young Cindy Crawford. Tomato.
Tomato.
Love
Olivia Coleman.
it. Ooh,
Nothing like what I described.
Wait. Olivia, are you thinking of Olivia Munn or Olivia Coleman?
No, I was thinking of Olivia Coleman to see what
Who's
you
that?
did.
The woman who played the queen, like in the mid part before she gets too old. She's in a bunch of this. She's like this British actress who's like really
Short brown
good.
hair, dark eyes. She's hilarious.
Yeah, I have no idea.
She's like 50.
Personality-wise, she's up there with Zendaya for me. Oh my God, I'm in love with her.
Oh, it could be
Oh my
Zendaya.
God. And I was like, it could be Zendaya. What is he? Adam? With Zendaya, we put into every book.
What's wrong
Which
with
is
that?
fine. She's fine. I don't know. Who's Glenn Powell in this book?
Tom.
So there's a Tom in this book.
Yeah.
What?
You know what? Let's talk about Glenn Powell. I watched When Harry Met Sally the other day.
Uh-huh.
He's not in that.
No.
Thank you.
He was probably born when that came out.
Thank you, Emily.
Not in that movie.
He is the opposite of Billy Crystal, and that is everything that's wrong with him. Because you look at Billy Crystal and you go, I'm good. But in that movie, you're like,
Oh,
I
yeah.
love this casting.
Charm.
He wouldn't have been cast
No.
He doesn't have the
nowadays because you're
charm.
casting Glenn Powell, and who the fuck cares about Glenn
He's just a
Powell
guy.
other than Emily?
Yeah.
He's just a guy.
He looks good on posters.
You're even going like, no.
He's just what I picture, like just an everyday guy.
He's that guy. He's in 4,000 elevators right now. He's just around the
Yeah, he's meeting
building.
up with some buddies for happy hour right now somewhere.
In a collared shirt.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like a polo.
Yeah. What, how many pages?
I looked at my camera like I was going to... Fucking hell. What is going on?
We haven't recorded in a while.
Is there a gas leak in here?
Probably.
Probably.
Oh, we probably brought it with us.
Hell yeah. 300.
Yeah, did you bring your carbon monoxide emitter?
Yeah, I brought it. I emit it myself.
Oh, good. 383 pages.
Do you know the page of the first coming?
Yes, Emily, I'm a professional.
Well, you don't have a notebook.
I have a laptop.
She has a brain. More than I have.
Let's not go too far.
Okay, I'm gonna go 269.
That's what I was
You can say it.
I'll go 209.
Okay, so here's what's interesting. It says it's 383 pages, but my Kindle has as 271 pages.
Oh.
I'm sorry. 375. But
Oh.
the first coming is 271. So I feel like you basically got it.
Wow, that's
our
pretty
closest
close.
one. That is our closest one.
And you wanted to say it too.
I did too.
Carbon monoxide is working for us today.
I mean,
Look,
we're
we're surfing the cosmos, okay?
Yeah. not a cell phone in sight.
we should put not a cell phone in sight on merch when we do that one day.
Oh,
that
yeah.
I'm gonna maybe have a meeting with someone soon about that. So stay tuned.
Little
Or,
teaser.
of course, it's Christmas. They went to the Rockettes.
Yeah, the Rockets make it automatically Christmas.
And Christmas Tina. Christmas Tina, everyone.
What was the other one I said where I was like, we need to have busy businesswoman, busy business boy,
Busy
and busy
business
business
babe.
person.
And then,
babe.
I like babe.
Ooh.
oh, yeah, that's everybody.
Yeah,
What was
that's
the
everybody,
other
so
one
yeah.
that we were?
Remember when I used to say that a lot?
Beb.
Babe.
Beb.
Yeah.
I grew out of it really fast.
You can bring it back.
Yeah,
I
can
told-
bring it back.
I told Vanessa
Ah,
about.
I can't wait.
This is for
Fucking-
everybody who listened to For the Fans. I would love to have an obviously count.
God damn
on-
it. Because, okay, here's...
Because I kept thinking she was saying like Avi, like the
like the
guy.
guy's name.
Oh, that was funny.
So I was able to tune into it, and I was like, but I also admit, because we're just admitting things we hate about ourselves right now.
Yep.
I say like every third word, so I understand it.
Okay, I was flustered last time we recorded. We were in a new space. We
That is true.
recorded at 3:00 instead of 7.
That is true.
I was so triggered. Okay, so
Mhm. Not a
I-
daytime person.
Yeah, I was very thrown off. Okay,
Obviously.
and obviously you're mean. But also, I think it was also like funny because his name was Avi, and
That's
like,
why I tuned into it.
no, and I couldn't stop doing it. And in my head, I was like, "This is funny,"
I like this.
and then I couldn't stop saying it.
Someone...
I haven't listened to the episode because that literally just came out.
Yeah.
Well, it's coming out tomorrow, but it came out today for Patreon. But that was the last time we recorded.
I know we're real caught up.
We're real caught up. Like
His
this
hands are
is
huge.
Adam Driver's hands. Adam
Mhm.
Carver's hands. Adam
Olsen.
Carr.
Anyway, Glenn Powell is Tom, is what I'm thinking.
So we hate Tom, I assume. Who
Well,
the fuck
he's
is
a blonde.
Where do
We
you
hate Tom. Who the fuck is Tom?
Is he? Does he work
Tom
with
from
them?
MySpace.
Is he the one trying to like call them out on their fakeness? Just
No.
tell me the story. Shut up, Emily.
Should I?
I want to
Should
know.
you?
I want to know why she needs to pretend with her friend.
Okay, let's start there.
Yeah.
Emily, sit and wait. Okay. Obviously.
Obviously.
I'm never gonna say that again.
I don't know
Obviously.
about that. Well, see, there you go. Okay, people. Olive at the beginning is dating this guy, Jeremy, on a few dates. Emily,
I
what?
can't. I
I asked
church
for it.
giggles now. Okay, I'm in.
This
Just
is good.
edit all this out.
Because
No.
I was worried. I was worried that I would tell too much of the plot. That is not going to be a problem.
Yeah.
Okay. Olive goes on a few different dates with this guy, Jeremy. And when they go to like a mutual, they're all in the PhD program at Stanford together.
Mm.
He meets her best friend, and it is so obvious that they are clicking and they're so into each other.
Oh.
And so she and Jeremy are like, let's not date anymore. Like, we're good. She wasn't super invested, and it really was like maybe 3.5 dates. Like, it was not, they hadn't slept together.
Mm-hmm.
It was just, you know.
And now
hey,
he's with her best friend.
No, her best friend was like, absolutely not. I would never do that to you. So she
Oh.
refuses to go on a date with him. And Olive is like, I can see there's so much chemistry. You guys should date. So she lies and says, I have a date tonight. I am not missing him. I'm not into him. You can have him.
Right.
And then because she lied and said she was on a date, she went to the lab, didn't think that she would see her best friend. Her best friend shows up. So she goes, oh my God. And then just turns around in the hallway and kisses some man. Adam Driver.
Mm.
That scene is so okay.
Her toes.
Her toes. Yeah. Okay. That scene, I'm gonna tell you about it.
Okay.
Because it's I'll cut all this
So
out.
did they knew each other?
Mm-hmm.
Are they friends?
No.
He's not friends with anybody. He's a dark boy.
He's a dark boy.
Is he really?
Yeah. He's 34 and he's a professor and he's like a prodigy and he's taciturn and he's very like sullen and he's very blunt and extremely demanding. He's like
He sounds like Adam Driver.
Mm-hmm.
weird.
Yeah.
Weird.
He's
Obviously. Okay.
Wow.
So she kisses some man. What? Oh, am I in trouble?
No.
It's Emily who should be worried.
That makes sense. That makes sense. Okay, so she kisses some man and then realizes, oh my God, it's Adam Carlsen. That is not ideal. And then he says, "Did you just kiss me?" And she says, "Nope."
Nope, I didn't.
And he goes, "Oh, okay then." And then he goes, "Are you sure?" And she goes, "It's not the way it looks." And he's like, "Okay, what's going on here?" And she says, "Listen, I don't mean to be rude, but this is really none of your business."
Oh my God, I love her.
Thank you. Thank you. That's the kind of funny, dumb rom-com vibes. And everyone is like, she's a Mary Sue, she's a pick-me, she's just so quirky. And I'm like, no, she's out of her mind and I'm here for it.
Yeah. I think you just try to think of it as that because I could easily take it the other way, but I'm gonna be in.
We'll see.
We'll see.
I'm
We'll
not out.
I'm not out totally.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's funny. It's good.
So who's Tom? So who's Tom?
She has applied to work at other schools' labs because she needs more resources than she has in her current setup.
What are they researching?
She is researching
Love.
No.
How the heart feels love.
Similar though, pancreatic cancer.
Oh. Thank you
Romantic.
for your service.
Yeah. Yeah, she's researching to see if there are biomarkers in blood to give you a better way to detect it earlier because when she was 15, her mom got diagnosed and 3 weeks later died of pancreatic cancer.
Wow.
Jesus.
She didn't have any grandparents. They had passed away. She didn't have any aunts or uncles. Her dad was never around, so she's Canadian. She was in the foster care system and emancipated herself at 16.
Wow.
So she has nobody in her life and her best friend and her roommate, other best friend Malcolm, that's it. She would like die for them. And so she's like, you have to go date Jeremy. Like you guys are so good together. And she doesn't want to get into relationships because she's like, everyone that I care about will leave me.
Oh, she's nanny for the neighbors.
Oh, and the one who had the tracker put in her.
Oh
my
yes. Lincoln.
Yeah.
Lincoln Daniels.
Monroe.
Adam Driver does not put a tracker in her.
He must not love her enough.
I would consent to one.
I mean,
but he has to do it with his hand.
and he's a billionaire. What the hell?
His fingers are the speculum.
You got it. Oh my God. Okay.
They're big enough.
Yeah.
All right, let's look at Goodreads.
So what's the Goodreads thing, you know?
Get me out of here.
So she's had it rough, but she's worked hard to overcome it. She's a woman in STEM.
The other thing about her is...
So wait, are they students or are they working with the universities for research?
Both.
Okay.
When you are a PhD student, you are working with the university. You like teach like entry-level courses.
Gotcha.
And then you also have a research project that like your doctorate.
So is he 100% professor?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Mm.
Does she take any of his classes?
No.
Ooh.
And that's what's like the ethics of it all. They're like, we're good because I'm not on your panel of professors who like...
He's not like looking over her thesis or whatever.
Correct.
Ooh.
Yeah. And he's looking over others and he's like terrifying and demanding. And that's why he's an asshole because his whole thing he reveals later is it matters. And science is not something that you can be casual about. So I want to create a generation of like really good scientists. So I am not willing to compromise on you're doing this wrong. Fix it.
Ooh la la.
Of course, Barbara likes him.
My feet are going. Ooh. Okay. Okay.
You have the strongest calves by the end of this episode.
Yeah, just from kicking your little feet. Okay, so she kisses him.
Yeah.
He's like, "What the fuck?" And then she's like, "Don't worry about it. Bye."
Don't worry about it. And he's like, "Oh, okay, yeah. That makes sense. It's none of my business. Yeah, I'll just I'll follow up with you with the Title IX complaint." She's like, "Yeah, thank you." What?
With the Title IX complaint?
Yeah, sexual harassment for schools. He's kidding.
What's his story? What's his background?
Excellent question.
Thank you.
He is he is like a prodigy. Like he's like the best of the best professors. Like, oh my God.
Hard exterior, rough life.
Yeah.
Doesn't let anyone in.
Yeah. Anyway, he
Family?
he has parents who were diplomats, so he grew up in Europe and has a slight accent that's like Swedish or something. So it always says that his pronunciation is very crisp and precise.
Very direct.
Yes.
You like that?
Yes.
You like that when it's almost a period after every word.
I'm getting distracted from like, we're recording and I need to like speak to people because I'm just like, wow, Adam Driver.
We should get a little printout.
I know, but it's just
I'll
like
never get through the episode.
So you just have to like look at me.
Oh my God, stop. Yeah, his story is that he's like a private guy. I don't know.
Yeah, okay, so he's just no real
He's
big
just
backstory.
tall.
He's just kind of there. He's hot. And he's there.
tall,
he's dark
he's
and
stern, and actually a secret softie.
moody. Okay.
Because he's been in love with Olive for like 2.5 years.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So he's secretly been in love. So not even enemies,
Yes.
but enemies because he can't
He's
love
pining
her.
over her because Ali Hazelwood's characters, the man is down so bad
Hard.
that it's like pathetic, but in like a way that you're like, that's right.
So wait, so how does she feel about him?
She
Doesn't feel away?
she doesn't really feel away. She feels intimidated by him in the sense that she knows that he's like
Stern.
demanding and stern, but she hasn't really interacted with him a whole lot.
Mhm.
She is sort of the grumpy sunshine. So she's like, let me back up. She kisses him, she gets flustered, and she's like, I'm so sorry, and runs away. And he's like, wait, Olive. And she doesn't realize until much, much later that she never told him her name, but he knew it anyway.
Oh.
Because he's so in love with her. He's like, wait, Olive. And she runs away, and oh my God.
I like that.
And then the next day, her best friend is like, you're full of shit. You're dating Adam Carlsen. Are you? I don't buy it. Like, no. And
Do
Adam,
other girls have the hots for him?
not really. He is hot, and everyone recognizes it, but they're not like, ooh,
They're too scared of
Adam.
him.
They're all like, oh God,
Right.
he's hot and scary. Like, yeah.
Okay.
And that day when she's telling her best friend, like, no, it's real. Like, yeah. Adam overhears and he comes up and puts his hand on her back and he's like, hey, are you okay? Oh, nice. Good to meet
love
you. I've heard
it.
so much about you. And she's just like, see, I told you.
Ooh, I like that.
He just saves because he loves her.
Because he's so in love with her.
Because he's so in love with her.
So does he think that she's trying to pretend?
He
Or does
thinks
he think that she's really into him?
he has no idea why she
But
has
he's
done
just-
this.
He's like, I'm going to go
but
with
he
it.
just spots her like, oh, you need help? I'm here. And
Of course.
we love
Because
that.
he's so tuned into her.
Yes.
He knows her wants and needs before she even knows.
They're on the same wavelength because they're soulmates.
And they're writing the cosmos.
Oh, yes. They found each other in other lifetimes.
In the stars, Star Wars.
Whee! In the Star Wars.
The way they start fake dating is On goes on this date with the guy Jeremy, and she tells him, we're good. She's dating Adam Carlsen.
Right.
And Jeremy goes, holy shit, everyone in the doctorate program, guess what? And tells everyone. And so Olive hears about it and goes, oh shit, and goes to Adam's class, and pulls him aside, and she's like, I'm so sorry. Everyone knows. I will fix it. We can put an announcement in the newsletter. Like we can. And he's like, calm down.
Yeah.
Everything's fine.
It's okay.
Let's practice.
Gonna be all right. And then he says it's actually helpful for me because the people at Stanford, like his bosses, are worried that other schools are gonna like poach him. And because they're worried that he's gonna leave, they've frozen some of his research funds because they're like, we're not gonna let you have free reign of all this money because we think you're gonna bail on us because you have no roots here.
Ooh.
So if he has a
Gotcha.
girlfriend, obviously he would want to stay in town near her. So he's like, this helps me. And so they agree to start fake dating and they make rules like no sex.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, right.
Should
Yeah,
I break
right.
that rule?
They won't date other people because that'll be weird. And he's like, that's totally fine because I'm in love with you.
Right.
And then they're going to meet every week somewhere near campus so that people will still think that they're dating until a deadline, because the day before the deadline is when his research funds are like decided as to whether or not they'll be released. So yeah, they're going to date until this deadline because he's like, if they don't release it by this date, then they're not going to.
What is
So
he researching?
He's a biology professor and he's working on a lot of stuff. I don't know.
Okay, but it's not like how she's so directed on pancreatic cancer. He's not like a specific one.
Right.
He's just busy business boy in STEM.
Yes.
Okay, got it. Love it.
And then one other background is that the prologue, like a scene that happens like 2.5 years, but it's like chapter 1 is like 2 years later, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
She is interviewing for the doctorate program. And she is in the first bathroom that she can find, and she thinks it's the women's bathroom, and it's not. It's the bathroom attached to his lab. So he walks in when she is washing her eyes out because she's wearing expired contacts, and they were bothering her eyes. So then she doesn't have her contacts in, and she doesn't know that it's Adam Carlsen. She just sees like a blurry male figure. And he's like, what are you doing in here? And she's like, oh, don't worry about it. And he's like, you're crying. And she's like, oh, I'm crying, but it's just tears, And he's like, no, what do you mean?
Who do I need to kill? Like what? Like
murder.
How do I take care of this for you? Because I love you and you're my soulmate.
Be with me.
Oh my God.
Vanessa's kicking her feet. That was a lie.
Tappy.
Just tapping.
Just tapping the toes.
So they get to talking, and he's asking her, like, are you going for the doctorate program? And she's like, yeah, I'm starting, like, the line between, like, good career choice and huge mistake is starting to blur. And he's like, what's the issue? And she's like, what if I'm not good enough? And he doesn't placate her with, like, you can do it. He says, why do you want to do it? And she starts giving, like, an interview answer, and he's like, no, why do you want to do this? And she says, because I have a specific research question, and I'm worried that if I don't do it, no one else will. And he tells her that's the best reason there is. And that, like, affirms her, like, I will do it. I will follow through. And so she always thinks of the guy in the bathroom as, like, he...
And she doesn't know who it was.
She recognizes his voice, his deep, sexy voice.
Was this before or after the kissing?
2.5 years before.
Oh, the prologue. And that's when he got super rock hard and was like, I'm in love with her
this girl is out of her mind.
Oh, that's when he fell in love with her.
So then he watches her the whole time, like, oh my God, but I can't be with you because ethically, and it's like, she's just,
what if you're in my class someday? It's science. It's a really serious thing.
Yeah.
Well, then I'll drop out of school.
Then they can be together forever.
They can run away together.
Yay! To the lab up north.
The end.
So now cut to now times.
Now times, they're fake dating. And this is where a lot of people are like, everyone hates this book except for all the people that love it.
Right.
And they're like, this is so cheesy. It's written like fanfic. I wonder why.
Interesting.
There's so many moments that are like, this would never happen. There's a time where...
There's a lot of things that would never happen in any of these pretty much every one of these books.
Yeah.
That's literally what I'm here for.
Which is why we read it.
I have to remind myself this is a book.
I have to remind myself. Okay.
Yeah. So they are fake dating. What kind of things do they do while they fake date?
There's a lecture they go to, Tom's lecture, when he's in town, and because he's actually friends with Adam. They went to undergrad together, and so they run into Adam, and Olive and Tom see each other at the coffee shop they go to every week, and she's like, oh my God, yes, I'm Adam's girlfriend, and also I have a meeting with you later today to see if I can get into your program at Harvard because you have the lab resources I need for my project. And he's like, cool, interviews are on the spot, great, come talk to me, whatever.
Yeah.
They go to a lecture that he's doing, and it's so crowded. And
she has to sit on his lap.
Yep.
Oh, yay.
Anna's like, oh, can you sit on his lap to make room? And she's like, ugh.
That's like educational one bed thing.
Well, you're dating. Educational one bed. There also is a one bed trope later in the book.
Really?
Well,
Do
there's
they
one
fuck
hotel
then?
room, and there's, yes.
Thank God.
Yeah.
So
I know
tired
that
of these
Vanessa
one beds, and then they never do it.
So I think I lied. There are actually 2 beds, but it's one hotel room.
Ooh. Might
Because
as well share a bed.
She can't.
Who else is in the room?
Adam and her. It's just the 2 of them.
Right, they probably got a room with like 2 queen beds.
The one
Yes.
room trope.
Yeah. She's a PhD student. She's broke.
Yeah.
And she assumes that this conference they're all going to go to, she has to give a presentation. Adam is the keynote speaker. And her
Power couple.
Look at them go. Her best friends are like, well, obviously you're going to room with Adam, so we made our own arrangements. And she's like, cool. Yeah, totally.
Oh, that's right.
Totally.
Because they're together. I keep forgetting this.
They're fake dating.
The whole premise of the book.
You would be a great friend for this girl where you'd be like, oh, right, you're dating. She'd be like, yeah, I told you. Remember? We do
None
all
of
this
things
stuff.
things would happen. But yeah, she's like, he catches her looking up like stuff that's like an hour and a half outside of somewhere in Maryland that they're going to go. And he's like, that's dangerous. Don't stay there. Just stay with me.
Let me take care of you.
Let me take care of you.
Let me protect you.
She rides a bike, and he's always really worried about her because there aren't bike lanes near them. And so he's like, let me give you a ride.
Oh, he's like, it'll be good for our fake dating story.
Yeah.
I'm going to give you a ride.
Yeah. He's like, sit on my lap while I drive.
After the lecture where she sits on his lap, they're all leaving.
Does he get a boner when she sits on his lap?
He gets flustered, but it's not like she felt it. You know, this is this is not smut.
Yeah, this is not.
This is romance.
Yeah, romance, not smut. Okay.
All right. A little boner is still...
I'm sure he's fully erect.
Yeah.
You good?
but Allie's like, look, I'm going to
Blood
let
is
y'all.
pumping.
Yeah.
All right.
That's why he's so flustered. He doesn't have any blood in his brain. It's all in his dick.
His hands are getting cold.
Yeah. Cold yet sweaty and wet.
Tingly.
Okay, so they're all leaving, and in the parking lot, somebody, their car died like right near the exits, and it's like tunneled, and so they need to move this car, and he pushes the car uphill by himself, and it's like, oh my god,
with those big hands.
His
with his
hand is
big
like as
hands
big as the whole
and his-
trunk.
yeah.
Like pushing a Barbie car.
He just palms it, and
Just call somebody on the phone.
and then her best friend Vanessa goes, "You should give him a kiss as a reward."
Is her name Vanessa?
No.
Oh, I was like, what? I thought her name was Anya.
Like, keep remembering names. I'm like, oh, Vanessa, that was so sweet. Yeah, she's like, kiss him, dump
You
him
have
out.
to dump him out. Yeah.
Whip it
Dump
out.
him out. Whip
Give
it.
him
That's
a
what
ride.
it was. I wanted a shirt that says dump it out, dump him out, and then one that says whip it out.
Whip him out.
That sounds like whipping your balls out.
Thump.
Thump them out. Oh, that's when you drop your balls. Anyways.
Wow.
There's another scene where they go to like a like department like picnic.
Okay.
Bonding, I don't know, whatever. And they're scientists and they're nerdy and they're like, sunscreen is very important. So her best friend Vanessa is like, get her the sunscreen, and Olive's like, this is way too much, and she's like, put it on Adam.
Dude.
So she puts sunscreen all over him while they're playing frisbee disc golf.
Vanessa is really a good. She's like,
she's really
hell
like,
yeah. She's like, y'all. I'm gonna make this happen.
yeah. She doesn't understand what's happening, but she does have great instincts.
She knows. She can feel the chemistry because it's a lesson in hypothesis, right? Is that what it's called?
The love hypothesis.
Love hypothesis.
Or as Eric calls it, the love hypotenuse.
I'm thinking of lessons in chemistry as another book
Yeah,
I see everywhere.
That's what I thought this was.
Women in STEM.
Women in
Yes.
STEM.
I knew it was something like that.
The sirens are going off again, which you can't really hear, but we can.
They're like every Monday.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
They know.
Just
They're
for
like,
us.
oh, are you recording?
This episode's going to be fire. I'm sorry I said that.
They're like, sorry, we thought.
So she slathers sunscreen all over him. They're all lubed up.
They're getting hot and bothered. He's in love with her, so he's like, wow.
When did they share the hotel room?
That's like later in the book.
Okay.
Maybe like halfway,
Well,
2/3 of the way through.
271.
Okay, so that's when they fuck.
Mm-hmm.
And where is that in relation to like the ending of their timeline?
Pretty close. It's like within a week, I think.
Oh,
2 weeks.
So it's like we better get this in before we have to stop dating, but we don't have to because we actually
of
just
the
love each other.
rules. The other
Yeah.
thing about her is that I talked to a friend about this who is asexual, and she was really excited by the representation in this book. She kind of thought she was asexual. She never really got hot and bothered by people. She never really felt like she tried to go on dates with people and just like go for it. And she's like, it's just not really clicking. I think she might be demisexual, I think it is, where you have to be like romantically invested before you can be physically attracted.
Okay, yeah.
But regardless, she's like cheesing on Adam. She realizes earlier that she's like super into him.
Ooh.
And her other best friend, Malcolm, already knows that this is fake. And she's like, what the fuck am I going to do? And he's like, talk to him. And she's like, I can't. Everyone I care about will leave me.
What?
Why?
Because her mom died and
Yeah.
she didn't have a dad.
that
and her
if I
grandparents
let you in, then you're gonna die.
Yeah, and she never
Yeah.
really had anybody
She
close
got a
to
little
her.
OCD, anxiety.
She got a little PTSD. She got a little like, no,
Yeah.
I can't possibly.
Oh,
There are theories online that she's on the spectrum.
wow.
All
Maybe that's
of-
why we relate to her so much.
Maybe that's why we love Olive.
Ali Hazelwood, queen of representation.
Get it? We get it. So yeah, when it comes to them like being together in the hotel, what?
Is that in one of the reviews that they say that they think that she's on the spectrum?
You're underestimating drastically how many reviews and how many discussions. I was reading a Reddit forum today about why do you hate the love hypothesis, and it was just
oh my god.
Mhm.
Too much time.
It's the downside of it being so popular is that
Yes.
Then
Mo
yes.
money, mo problems.
You get it.
ain't that the truth?
It
You
really
know,
is.
Obviously.
Biggie's been trying to tell us. So
You like that?
I like that. What okay, so she might be on the spectrum. She might be
They go to the
asexual,
conference.
demisexual.
They go to the conference. She gives her presentation. She has huge stage fright.
Oh.
And he's like, you know, helping her practice, going over her notes, doing all the, you know, and everyone's like, you got this. And she kind of does, but she gets a little lost in the middle and kind of stumbles on some words, but like she finishes through and it's,
Vanessa On's like, suck his dick. It'll make you feel better.
Yeah, look at his hands.
Let him go down on you. It'll relax you.
Take it to the back.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
I love that it's just now I just picture you as it too of like, whip it out.
You're the idiot
Yeah.
dating
I'm the one-
Adam Driver.
I'm the one on
And
the
I'm just there with the
spectrum.
note cards,
It's
like kicking my feet.
Just, yay, taking notes.
I'm the one stealing Adam Driver from her. Anyway.
You're the one whose car is stuck, and you're like, oh my God, I need help.
Oops.
What do those big hands
Stuck
do?
again?
It's me again. Sorry.
What else could get stuck?
Oh my God.
Got you.
So romance, not smut.
So she gives her presentation.
Okay.
And he's like, I'm absolutely going to go, like, for
I'm
sure.
so proud of you, yeah.
It's at the exact same time as the keynote address, which is he's giving the keynote address.
Oh no.
And he didn't even tell her that he was giving the keynote address. She like didn't realize it until he's like, yeah, like she's getting ready, and she tells him what time it is, and his face just like falls, and she's like, what? And he's like, oh, and then she sees one of the little cards that's like keynote speaker at, and she's like, you didn't even tell me. He's like, it's not a big deal. He's so humble.
Oh, he's like, don't worry about it.
I do this all the time.
Yeah, I always speak.
Do you know me at all?
He's like, I don't know why you're nervous. Just do it. He's like, no one's gonna be at your fucking speech anyway, so one's gonna be at mine. So
somebody after her presentation, which is not huge. There's like 8 people there.
yeah,
you
it's at
know,
the same time as the keynote. That's
Yeah.
like having.
Yeah,
like,
it's weird.
works out if you're afraid of people watching you.
Yeah.
Yeah, they won't be. Somebody comes to her, and I don't want to spoil part of the plot of
Okay.
this, but it's a side character because there are actually a lot of side characters in the book.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody basically tells her that like that was embarrassing.
Her speech?
You only got asked because you're Adam's girlfriend.
Oh no!
Everybody knew it.
Oh.
And so he comes back to the hotel room, and she's
Crying.
Oh.
and he kneels down in front of the chair. What?
starts
talk
unbuttoning
to-
her pants.
Yeah, this will help you.
Lifts up her dress.
Relax.
Get these hands. Okay.
Pull the panties to the side.
Dump them out.
This? So scary.
I'm kicking my
Where's
feet
that
again.
going?
Stop it, Barbara. Okay. He's comforting her, hurt/comfort on fanfic. And oh, excuse me, emotional hurt/comfort. Okay. And he reassures her and tells her, I have chosen presentations for this exact conference before. The names are not there. There is literally no way that someone could have chosen you because of who
your
you are
name.
and who you're dating. That is not true.
Right.
Your presentation was good.
Mhm.
I went through the notes with you. People are haters. Fuck them. Like,
Right,
he cheers her
100%.
up. Yeah. And then takes her out. And he's like,
Mhm.
anywhere you want to go. We're not going to go socialize and mingle. Fuck them.
Yeah.
Where do you want to go?
I
And
love
she sees
him.
one of those sushi.
Revolving sushi.
Yeah.
I've always wanted to go
Oh,
there.
yes, let's go. There's
Let's
one
go after
here.
this.
I hate sushi.
You and Jeff can eat teriyaki somewhere together.
Okay, that works.
Oh, yeah.
Jeff, thank you. Okay. He's like, Olive, no. Like, I'll take you to the nicest sushi place in town. Like, please don't. And she's like, no, this
Yeah.
is what
Yeah.
I want. Like,
No,
yeah.
So they go there and they have a really good time. And then afterwards, she realizes, whoops, I forgot all of my pajamas. So he gives her a t-shirt and it's a nightgown on her. And then they start it's when he's comforting her and telling her, like, there's no way that they chose you for that.
Right.
She's
How
like,
would they even know? Like,
that's what he
it's
was.
not that big of a
Yeah.
news flash that they're dating.
And so that's how the scene starts, is that she's like, she steps forward when he's sitting on the bed and she just like steps up to him between his legs and kisses him.
This is after dinner.
Yeah.
Changes in his t-shirt.
Yeah.
Which of course is just so oversized.
With her knee-high socks.
And no underwear.
Her
No, why is she
green
wearing that?
panties with polka dots. Again, no icks for me. I do understand what people...
It's fine. It's
She's
fine.
quirky.
She's quirky. She's adorkable.
It's fine. I
We're
mean,
okay.
yeah.
We're okay.
She's not a slut. She would have her
She's
underwear on.
not very experienced with sexy things.
She might be on the spectrum. Okay.
Yeah.
Same. Same. All of us. Did you listen to the first 15 minutes of this? Anyways.
Anyway,
Let me read it.
I can't record at a different time, apparently, at a different location.
You're just
so
thrown.
when Vanessa's schedule changes at the last minute, it's
It's like Tyson.
really, I need a thunder shirt, y'all. I almost canceled today because of the thunder.
And yeah, I took you serious for a second. You're like, I can't record today, and I'm like, oh, no worries, because of the
and I was
thunder.
like, are you serious?
I was thinking, should I text Emily and go, is she fucking serious?
Is she okay?
It's really loud. Anyways, go ahead.
Anyway.
Okay, so she steps in between us. He's sitting on the bed.
They're making
She's
out, and he's like, stop, this isn't right, because he overheard a conversation where Malcolm was telling her, you should just talk to him. You have feelings for this guy. And she's like, no, I can't. He heard that, and Olive got embarrassed and went, it's someone else. So he thinks she's in love with someone.
Oh.
She's got to keep her story straight.
Is there dual POV in this?
No, it's all miscommunication, and I knew you'd fucking hate it. I knew you'd hate it.
Vanessa's
So does
like,
everyone.
I'm out.
Why didn't they just talk to each other? Excellent question. No icks. I'm so in. My feet are kicking.
My feet are straight out.
I know. It's so stupid. I don't care.
Yeah.
It's so fun. I
So
love
he's
him.
like, no, we can't.
Yeah.
Is that where the scene starts, or is there more before?
That's pretty much where it starts.
He's like, no, we can't. And then he slips it in.
She's like, yes, we can. And then
she's
she
like-
dumps him out.
Oh, does she tell him?
she tells him, like, she
It's
doesn't tell
you.
him it's you because they don't communicate.
Look, we don't know.
When the
Nobody's
deadline,
perfect.
when the
Representation
deadline
matters.
comes up, oh, this is our deadline. She breaks it off.
Why? Why do
There
they
are-
fucking do this?
There are plot reasons that are actually really like logically
Okay.
compelling as to why she is like, for your sake, I'm not going to tell you. I'll tell you after we record.
She's
Because if
like,
anybody
I have
wants
a
to read
curse
this,
that you'll die.
correct.
Yeah.
Your dog dick will fall off.
This is how Bride starts.
I wouldn't recommend.
Bride is book 2.
It's
She
like
got bit by a werewolf, and she's like, I know you have a mate.
Ali Hazelwood comes out with a book that she's like, it's all the same universe. It's all connected.
What are you, Sarah J. Maas?
Yes.
So, you don't know that reference. Okay.
I'm picked up.
Obviously.
She's been
Things all
watching the
connect.
stories that I post.
But I don't know. But I don't know shit about. I just know that there's Crescent City, some other Fire and Ice. Right? Is that something?
That's Game of Thrones.
I read a
What's the other
fanfic called
one?
Fire and Ice the other day.
You what?
I read a fanfic the other day called
Was it
Fire
Game
and
of
Ice.
Thrones?
No.
So
What do you think it was? Not Game of Thrones.
Oh, werewolves and vampires.
No.
Fire
It's
and Ice?
Hermione.
Oh,
Obviously.
obviously.
She only reads Hermione
That's right.
fanfic. Nothing else.
All right. Well, let me read.
Let's fuck.
Are we ready? This is
Let's
for
fuck.
Vanessa on over here.
There
Suck
also-
them off.
There also is. Okay, so this scene is not written like a smut scene. Vanessa, you are going to be so out.
Out.
It's written more along the lines of the hating game and love, whatever the hell, the one where they're like causal analysis. Is that Love Like Farm?
It is.
Yeah.
Is it?
Comfy
It was my
pants.
book, and I don't even know.
Yeah.
It's written more like that, where there's a lot of like interspersed like quirky jokes and there's dialogue. Yeah, Emily's fully out. I have no icks.
My Bunsen burner is turning down.
It's
dying.
Nerd. Halfway through. I'm gonna say a third of the way through the sex scene. Okay. He realizes that she may not be very experienced, and she's like, no, I've done this before, like a couple of times in college, and he stops, like, we should not do this. Like, you're practically a virgin. And she's like, no, I'm not. That's a, like, binary situation. Again, scientist. You're either a virgin or you are not, and I am not. And he's like, if sex is something for you that is very, and she's like, to be honest, I just never really got very turned on by anyone,
Right.
but I'm very turned on by you, and I really want to do this, and I really do mean it. And he's like, okay.
That was Monroe, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think because her mom was like a sex worker, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trauma and stuff. But yeah, and then this one, if it is just like kind of that, she's never connected with someone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
Keeping people away.
She's waiting for someone with huge hands.
Yeah.
She just
It's
needed
a
Adam
requisite.
Driver to
Carlsen.
drive his little car in. Push that little car in.
Oh my God.
Ooh.
Okay,
Hopefully it's
go to
not little.
page. I think it's.
Oh, here, I got this for you.
Yeah, a picture of him doesn't really do it.
Yeah, I think it's more of his vibe.
It's his presence.
Yeah.
The movie This Is Where I Leave You.
Show
oh my
that
God.
picture of him holding
Oh, yeah.
the bottle.
What are we doing? What?
While you pull up the scene, she's pulling up the picture of him holding the bottle.
Something from
So
some
all I
subreddit. I don't know.
wrote was hold, and it wrote Adam Driver holding things. Adam Driver holding a water bottle. Adam Driver
Driver.
holding a
It's
goat.
like Shaq hands.
A goat?
A goat? Oh, like a baby goat?
Adam Driver holding a goat?
There's a picture of him shirtless holding a goat.
I'm out.
That's pretty
What?
good.
No, I might be in.
Maybe. Am I
I'm confused.
in?
Okay, here's where it starts. Don't read too much. Vanessa's looking up porn.
Looking up hand porn.
Honestly, this tracks though. You're not gonna like this scene. Oh my god. Hey, if you guys could go ahead and support this podcast as much as possible, that would be so helpful because I'm clearly gonna need to buy a new Kindle soon because Emily's gonna try to break it.
So I'm going to drop it. Are we ready?
Mm-hmm.
I try to condense. Whatever. I have no icks. My feet are up.
Touch your
Your
toes.
feet are erect. Okay. He looked up and down at her. Oh, this is from third person, like outside view.
I hate that too.
Vanessa, this is not the book
So
for you.
this isn't even from her POV. No one's POV. God's
It's happening,
POV.
and we're reading about it.
He looked up and down.
God's POV.
Oh my God.
Eyes glazed and said, "I want to keep you in this hotel room for a week."
See?
I like that.
Yeah, there's parts you won't like, so let's take what we can get.
His hand came up to cup her breast, not exactly gentle, just this side of too forceful, and Olive felt herself clench around nothing. Clench her vagine.
Her teeth.
She did.
Her down-
teeth. She bared her
Her
teeth.
she growls.
vagina.
She did a Kegel.
Vagina, in parentheses.
For a year, he pushed his hand against her shoulder blades to make her arch towards him, then closed his mouth against her breast. All teeth and tongue and wonderful, delicious suction. So
He's just doing all of it, I think is what she's trying
He's
to say.
chomping on her tit.
yeah, like what the fuck?
He's
I get
licking,
it.
sucking, biting.
Nibbling.
doing
All
everything.
teeth and
Nibbling,
tongue. That
not-
just makes me think he just did like everything at once.
Like an ice cream cone.
Yeah, or like a big apple, like a big
How do you eat
juicy
ice cream
apple.
cones? He's not that aggressive.
Yeah, but
It's Adam Driver. He's doing it right.
he closed his mouth against her breast, all teeth and tongue and wonderful, delicious suction.
It's gonna get worse for you, so hang on.
Ugh. You're edible, Olive. He could fit her entire breast in his mouth.
I'm pissed. I'm pissed. The voice you're doing, don't. Is Adam
She's
Driver.
doing the yucky voice.
It's the yucky voice. He could fit her entire breast in his mouth.
Oh my God.
All of it.
He's pretty big.
Shout out to anybody who's flat chested, I guess.
He
Representation,
just puts
girl.
It all in.
That's for you.
He could fit her entire breast in his mouth. All of it. He groaned in the back of his throat, and it was clear that he'd love to swallow her whole. Ugh. She
Apparently,
exhaled.
Emily does not want to. I'm gonna be quiet.
She exhaled when his thumb pressed between her legs, brushing against fabric that was already dark and wet. Oh. That was upset.
Okay, dog dick.
Obviously.
That was another presentation by you.
It's the same author.
He hooked his finger on the elastic and pushed the cotton to the side. She was glistening, swollen, and plump to her own eyes, way too far ahead, considering that they'd barely done anything. I'm sorry, but swollen and plump.
She's 26.
You're so beautiful. The
Fuck
word
you.
sounded.
Fuck you. It's gonna be the last episode we ever do.
I was just about to say we might not
Next
make
up,
it past this
I'm
episode.
bringing kissing the coronavirus and everyone can go to hell.
Yours. Wait. What should be like? Hey, wait. Let me think of like how Adam Driver sounds. Or like,
Don't bother.
you're so beautiful. The words sounded hushed, ripped out of him like he wasn't gonna say them. May I? It took her several heartbeats to realize that he was referring to his middle finger to the way it was circling around her entrance, and tapping at it like bop, 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 applying a light pressure right against the rim. So wet already. Olive moaned. Yes, anything, she breathed out. He licked her nipple, a silent thank you, and pushed in. Or at least he tried.
This is where I'm gonna lose everyone.
Olive hissed, and so did Adam with a muted hoarse, fuck. He had big fingers. Adam Driver. That must be why they didn't fit. The first, how many fingers is he shoving in there?
One.
Jesus.
It's like a dildo size.
Wow.
I don't know.
The first knuckle was just shy of too much.
I don't buy it.
A pinching ache at the sensation of damp, uncomfortable fullness.
If you're on YouTube, I'm just holding up my finger going, there's
That's
no way.
not, especially with
There's
his middle
no way.
finger, like.
You're just flipping off the...
I thought maybe first knuckle would be...
This is first knuckle.
Listen,
This is first knuckle.
Having recently spent a lot of time in hand therapy, that's a knuckle. Okay.
His thumb grazed her and she whispered, "It's okay. Relax." Oh, wait, no, that's him. Wait, oh, and she whimpered, "It's okay. Relax." Her head lolled back. I guess I understand like it rolling back, but I think I read it as like LOL'd back. Like, She clutched his muscles with her nails. "There. Is that a good spot?" Olive wanted to tell him that no, it was too much, but before she could open her mouth, he did it again. Did he already have the conversation with "I think you're a virgin," or is this
I think it comes up a little later. I think this is what makes it, because he's like, you are like really, this is like a situation.
If this is a lot, like,
yeah,
this is more than a tampon, but less than a dick.
Mm-hmm. Especially his.
Yeah. Okay. All groans and whimpers and wet, obscene noises until he tried to get a little further inside and she couldn't help wincing. I could see where he'd be like, "Do you want this? Like,
are
this
you
seems-"
all right?
Yeah.
Like,
He looked up, all flushed, pale skin against dark waves. "Why are you so tense, Olive? You've done this before, right?"
did I highlight that part? I don't know.
You did.
Keep going.
But then you didn't highlight like 3 pages.
Again,
there's a lot for the readers to read, you know. "Please don't say no." She bit her lip and then nipped at his jaw. "Please."
Yeah, so she explained, I'm not a virgin. I want this. Sometimes I feel like I'm asexual. You're turning me on. Let's go.
Like normal people, I just do it and get it over with. And the guy, okay, this is ahead of it. You can read it. Love Hypothesis. It's available at every fucking Target. You'll see it.
Love it or hate it, I'm in.
They probably have it at 7-Eleven now.
Yeah, you can probably also buy it on our Amazon storefront. Please don't. He took a deep breath and nodded. But I know you have it highlighted in pink and blue, but I'm still doing the wrong voices.
I honestly may have fucked up on whether or not I changed it correctly, so just go for it.
No, you're good. Yeah, you're good.
Oh.
You're good.
Hmm.
But, he said, "we should probably go about this a little differently." Is that okay? I wasn't making fun of him. I was reading Adam Driver.
No comment. Although earlier I was looking for something to throw at you, and I'm not anymore, so we'll see if that lasts.
There's a plant right there.
I know, but I thought that might be a little too aggressive.
Oh my God.
There's a towel I could grab.
That's true.
Take the plant out of the thing.
Oh my
It's
God.
fine.
You can just take a piece of it.
Yeah.
The way he parted her with his tongue. Oh, so now he goes down on her.
Correct.
It was as though she was, God. The way he parted her with his tongue, it was as though she was butter and he meant to slice through her like a hot knife. Ugh. He was slow but sure and didn't pause when Olive's thigh stiffened against his palm or when she tried to squirm away. He just grunted rich and low. Maybe you should stop? He frowned. "You don't like this?" "No, well, yes, but I'm the one that you put up. But I'm the one who put you up to this. So we should do things that you are into and not stuff for me." This time it was the flat of his tongue against her clit, pressing just enough to make her clench and exhale in a rush. "You said to do something I'm into." His breath was hot against her. "I am." He sucked on her lips with a loud, oh God. He sucked on one of her lips with a loud, wet noise. And
You are yucking my yum to a degree that is not okay. This man is going down on her. He's not docking. She hasn't tented. Like, calm down.
No, he's doing this so
hotline,
she
right?
can tent. That's why he's
Yeah,
down there.
that's
Correct.
true.
He's got to make room.
It's just there's a lot of I don't like all this like wet noise.
Mac and cheese.
Damn.
Yeah, like it's just like I think that the wet noise is like, oof. And then she gasped, and then his tongue was inside her, and she moaned half in surprise, half at the feeling of, yes. She wasn't sure she was going to come. "This might take a while," she said apologetically. Fuck yes. His tongue swiped the entirety of her. A long, broad stroke. Please.
He wants it to take a long time.
He likes it.
Vanessa, are you icked?
No,
Partially?
okay.
You're,
Are you
I don't
neutral?
know. He's enthusiastic.
Well, Emily's voices aren't helping me
you
get
don't
into
say.
it, but
There's also a lot more that you can read on your own if you're into this and you want to like read it.
Mhm.
But like for
Mhm.
but
me, I'm
Emily's
good.
out.
I'm good.
Just keep going.
She arched further, her spine shaping a perfect curve as the back of her head hit the pillow. Olive, he leaned back a few centimeters and kissed the inside of her shaking thigh. Took a deep breath with his nose as if to hold the smell of her within himself. You can't come yet.
Don't do that ever again.
That's
Don't
what he
do that
did.
ever again.
That's
That
what
is
he
not what he
did.
did.
He did that so she wouldn't come. Her fingers clawed at the sheets, grasping
That's
for an
edging
anchor.
by giving you the ick.
Oh, he's a pro.
Adam, don't. 2 more minutes. He sucked on. God, yes, there. 1 more. I can't focus, Olive. In the end, it was his voice that ruined everything. That quiet, possessive tone, the hint of an order in the low rasp of his words, and the pleasure broke over her like an ocean wave. Her mind snapped, and she was not wholly herself for seconds, and then minutes, and when she had the sense of the world again, he was still licking her, except more slowly, as if with no purpose but to savor her. I want to go down on you until you pass out. Wow.
Oh, somebody's back in.
I like him.
Yes.
The Bunsen burner's turning back up,
All right, give it time.
and then we skip ahead a few pages.
Mm.
Can I fuck you? He sucked at the base of her throat. Please? Of course. Duh. She nodded her permission and reached for his cock. But he beat her to it and pulled down his pants, closing his fist around it. He probably just had to like really whip it out. I bet that thing was just like dying in there.
Throughout the scene, he's touching it and she's seeing that he's touching it while he's going down on her, and she's like, 5 stars. I like that.
Wow.
Yeah. Also, never before have you seen the word cock and went, ugh.
I don't
You're
know
just
why.
you're just.
Cock can be an aggressive word to me.
I mean, you're not wrong, but
It's just like, it's like, ooh, scary. It's just
continue.
It's kind of like cock and pussy are the same to me, where I go, woo,
Yeah. Oh goodness.
oh, clutch. He was big, larger than she'd thought he'd be. Then she'd thought, that's a lot of he'd for my,
For someone who can't read.
yeah. Larger than she'd thought he'd be, than she'd thought anyone could be.
Oh, that Sally sells.
Yeah.
She sells. I can't
Larger
even say
than
it.
she thought he'd be, than he thought he'd be. She could still feel his heart pounding rapidly against her chest as he aligned himself to her and nudged the head against her opening. And you're so big. He groaned into her neck. His entire body was vibrating with tension. I like this. You can take it. That's up there with like good girl. Where it's like, you're like, "Oh, okay, I can do it. I can take it.
Oh, look who's coming around.
Look, my Bunsen burner's turning up.
Yeah, it's gonna go off in a minute.
Olive looked up at him. His eyes were closed, dark half moons against his skin, and his jaw was tense. What if it's too much? Adam lowered his lips to her ear. Then he attempted to thrust, and maybe it was too much, but the friction was lovely. Then I'll fuck you like this. She squeezed her eyes shut when he hit a pace that made her whimper. Olive canted her hips and was rubbing that spot again. That spot. He made her thighs tremble, and she tried to open them wider to invite him inside. Adam's hand came up behind Olive's knee and angled it just so, spreading her legs in a way she simply hadn't thought of, firmly holding her open. Her insides opened to him without warning. Tented. She tented. They welcomed and pulled him in. Ooh, it's the little succubus things. It's the things that she had, her little tentacles. They
You're
pulled
into
it
that
in.
and not the.
They pulled it in.
Yeah.
Her, they welcomed. They're like, oh, hello.
Okay.
Until he was wedged deep and stretching her to a point that should be breaking, but just made her feel filled, sealed, and perfect.
Signed, sealed, delivered.
Wow, like a UPS package.
Her head fell to the pillow and someone was groaning something guttural and out of control. Then Adam pulled out, pushed back in, and they annihilated the no sex rule in the span of a few seconds. His thrust went from tentative, exploratory to fast and all-eclipsing. His hand slid to the small of her back, lifting her into him as he piled in and in and in again, rubbing inside her, against her, forcing pleasure to vibrate up her spine. "You have to tell me if you don't like it," he rasped, "what I'm doing." He was eager, a little clumsy, losing control and slipping out of her, having to nudge his cock back inside. See, she's like so loosened up. She's just like, it's like, I can't stay in. But he was out of focus, but so was she. Sorry for the cosmos. Too flooded by how good he felt, how stupefying the pleasure, how smoothly he slid in and out, how right this felt. She reached up to his...
But we're going to break up.
But I can't do this anymore. She reached up to fist her fingers in his hair. "I love it, Adam." His control poured in, and he made a crude noise and shuddered, pumping hard and muttering nonsense into her skin. How perfect she was, how beautiful, how long he'd wanted this, how he would never, could never let go of her. Olive felt his orgasm soar, the blinding, scalding pleasure as he trembled on top of her. She smiled, and when new shivers began to roll down her spine, she bit Adam's shoulder and let herself go under. She surrendered to the cosmos.
Mm-hmm.
Barbara's real mad.
I left. I came back. I turned up. I'm checked in. But then it sucks that I know that she pulls some shit and they say no. Even though she loves it and they're meant to be.
Those of you who have also read this, back me up, which you probably won't. There was a plot reason, which could have been sidestepped with talk to each other, but we'll talk offline.
Okay. You know,
at the sushi place.
There you go. The scene is written more like they're making love as opposed to like they're fucking. So
yeah, that's why I think I was back in, because of the romance.
No, it was definitely for like a romance book.
It was still smutty.
That was not causal analysis. That was not comfy, cozy pants. That was not my wrist.
Yeah,
that was. I feel like that, you know, like it's kind of like Colleen Hoover books. Yeah, where there's like there's more sex in Colleen Hoover books, but it's kind of the same, where it's like it's not super like dirty.
Filthy.
Yeah.
This definitely was like a little definitely more than some of those other ones.
Yeah.
Wow. All right.
Yep.
How can we do so we just read it and find out what else happens. Okay, they get back
together. Of course. There's a happy ending.
Yeah.
And then is there any sort of like a what's it, epilogue?
Yeah.
Where they're like, hey,
they do 1 year later, she makes him go to the same spot in the hallway where she first kissed him and she's like, is this where it was? And he just like, he just like indulges how like, you're so quirky. And, yeah.
Oh, do they get married?
Of course.
Sure. They get married, have babies, live forever. They open
in
up their
every lifetime.
Yeah, in every lifetime. They open up their own lab.
They cure biology. Yeah.
Yeah, they're husband and wife in STEM.
Yeah.
Maybe
that's why he's not grossed out by all the sounds, and neither is she. They are scientists.
Yeah, this is serious. And
when material gets wet, it gets dark.
This is
true. Wet noises.
Damp.
Wet is noisy.
My damp lip.
I totally get why people are icked out by parts of this book. I'm so in. One of the complaints I saw on the Reddit forum was it's just so readable. It's written like fanfic. First of all, duh. Second of all, yeah, that's what it's so readable.
How is that a complaint?
Is there like a Ali Hazelwood subreddit?
I don't remember where it was. Maybe romance books or something like that. Yeah.
It's just on there because it's popular.
Yeah.
What do the good people at Goodreads think?
They had a lot of thoughts. Goodreads has it as a 4.2. Amazon has it as a 4.5. Amazon has 68,000 ratings. Guess how many Goodreads has?
100,000.
200,000.
1.4 million.
Whoa! Wow, that's our biggest one.
This was her first book, and then her publishing team said, you can do anything you want forever. And then all her next books, which are like women in STEM kind of things, The cheese, the millennialisms, they're ramped up.
Yeah.
So Love Hypothesis is my no icks. The other ones I can't say the same, although I do really enjoy them. And then Bride is a whole other thing. You can go listen to episode 19.
Yeah. Whenever we were doing the Bride stuff, and I think it had just come out. So whenever I was looking at things like, she's really funny on her own social media, like calling it out of like, I'm not letting y'all see the real me. Like this is just a little bit.
And people who are like, oh, her characters are so quirky and nerdy and like they're zany. She is. Yeah. She's a goober. Like she's. Yeah. Yeah. It's an authentic sort of like, oh, what a millennial.
Right.
Like, that's
she leans
her.
into it.
She's a professor. Yeah. In STEM. Like.
For real?
Yes.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Women in STEM. Ali Hazelwood.
She's
Mother
doing it.
in STEM. You know?
Okay. Jay said, the pure agony of having to read this. We get it. Adam is big, huge, enormous, a fucking giant. He has muscles. I get it. His fingers are massive and so is his dick. Great. You don't have to tell me every paragraph. I know I have a shit memory, but I am not actually at dementia yet.
Well, don't listen to this because that's all we fucking talked about too.
Literally all that we said. Ellen said he had her whole boob in his mouth. I'm scared.
Hell yeah. That's what's up. Ellen's me.
Shania said Anakin Skywalker.
Let's go, girls.
All right. Thanks for listening.
Emily has to sing at least one time.
Get my tunes out.
Shania Twain said Anakin Skywalker didn't die for this.
Oh my God.
And then Claude said...
Claude.
I'm such an outlier with many of these super hyped and popular romances. Some have caveman types clubbing women over the head and dragging them back to their caves where they can growl at them about their ownership status, and the women gasp and whimper and tremble delicately in the strong, possessive hands of their master. Some are beyond the realms of plausible, even though they are contemporary romances, as is the case with this book. Despite... What?
We have our own like instincts where I'm like, you want to keep me for a week?
Oh my God. Us cheesing over the literal stalker and realizing this might actually not be okay.
Yeah. But also, it's nice to not think.
That's the whole, okay, what's that? They say like, I didn't say it was good. I said I enjoyed it.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Well, and also it's like, it doesn't mean that you're not independent or not.
Sometimes I don't want to be.
It's not a reflection on your abilities, your preferences, your reality. It's your indulgence. It's like
I'm allowed to drive, but I don't want to drive.
Yeah.
So, like.
Just because you like being dominated doesn't mean that you're weak.
Yes.
Usually it's the other way around.
Thank you.
It's like the strong, independent women want to be dominated.
That's what I'm saying, though. You know what I mean?
Look at us strong, independent women.
Yeah.
What else did Claude say?
They said... Despite being a super intelligent STEM woman, the main character acts like a bloomin' idiot.
Hey,
smart people can be dumb.
I'm just thinking about a bloomin' onion.
I did too. I was like, ooh, yum.
Stupid.
Miscommunication / no communication and withholding information plague us throughout most of the novel. That is true. It just didn't bother me.
Yeah.
I was just so in.
I was fine with it.
I suspect I'm meant to be on the edge of my seat waiting for them to clear the air by speaking from their hearts and professing their undying love, etc. All that happens is I had to crank up the speed. I had this on 2.3 times the speed within the first 30 minutes. 2.3.
How can you even understand what they're saying?
Do you have any idea what they sound like at this speed? Let's just say the love interest should have been named Alvin, Simon, or Theodore.
Oh my God.
Look at us.
Yeah.
Well, if you're having to listen to something that fast, I can understand putting it like 0.5 or double it, depending on how they're talking, but that's too much.
That's excessive. I understand what people are saying. I don't care. I will reread this on every flight I ever go on.
It's a book. It's a book, and it's a very popular book, and it's enough story and enough that, like I said, you like to read it on the beach and you don't have to think about it. And
it's funny. It was funny.
It's cute.
I'm in.
Thank you for bringing that.
You're welcome.
Thank you for turning up my Bunsen
Thank you for trying to ruin it.
I did what I could, but at the end of the day...
It felt natural. That's all I'll say.
It did.
Yeah. She naturally ruined it, not on purpose.
I had a good time. Yeah.
And some of it was because I didn't, I think that as I got to read him, I came around to him,
Sincerely, you can ruin it. Like, there's no way. So
she's going to read it tonight.
My feet are up again. Okay.
If your feet are up, let us know. If this book had you kicking your feet, or how you feel about it, leave a comment, leave a review. Go to Clutch My Pearls Pod everywhere on the internet.
Subscribe to our YouTube. That helps a lot.
Yeah. Yes. Subscribe to our YouTube. Even if you just listen, hit that subscribe button. And patreon.com/clutchmypearls.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're on our Patreon, we'll see you Monday. For everyone else, see you next Tuesday.